Hello, everyone. How have you all been doing? How have your past few weeks been?
Great.
Good. Same here. Mine's been up and down. I've had some highs and some lows. I've had some celebratory moments. I've had birthdays to celebrate. I've taken a trip to the water park. I've also had some downs, some moments of self-doubt, some mourning. Have you ever doubted yourself? Have you ever doubted and questioned what your purpose was? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Is this your will or is it God's will? Well, I had that self-doubt, and then I had to speak to myself. Sometimes you have to speak to yourself and administer self-correction. No, this is my path. Yes, this is my vision. I may not know every single step that is needed to get there, but as long as I take small steps, I will find out along the way. There will be room for correction. There will be room for error. I have to leave room for grace. So I had to talk myself out of it. I had to speak to myself. Self-correction. Now, let me ask you this. When was the last time you've allowed someone else to correct you? How did you take it? Did you get angry? Did you get upset? Did you get offended? Or were you understanding? Did you leave room for correction? Did you actually explain to them, no, you're misunderstanding me? We need more of that. We need more self-correction. We need to be allowing of others to correct us. This made me think of my grandmother. I was blessed to have 3 grandmothers. And all of them, they loved me, they spoiled me, they took care of me. They also corrected me. As a child, do you want to be corrected? No, you don't, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Sit up straight. Watch your posture. Watch your mouth. Wash your hands. These are all things grandparents and parents say, right? They aren't always perfect. They give us grace. And just like they correct us, we give them grace. We allow them to make their errors. They didn't make the same food that maybe our parents made, or they didn't say our name correctly. My grandmother would say Kimley instead of Kimberly, and it would irritate me, but I gave them grace because that was my grandmother. At this time, I would like everybody on Zoom to unmute for a second. Everybody in the room and everyone on Zoom, I would like for you all to say your grandmother's name on the count of 3. Ida. 1, 1, 2, 3.
Florida Maybears.
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. What I have seen and what I would like to see is for us to treat each other like our own grandmothers. Give people that respect. Give people that empathy. Be open to correction. I don't mind being challenged. I don't mind being corrected. Our grandmothers had standards. They had standards. They didn't accept intolerable behavior. They would let you know, they would call you out, they would call you by your name. We need that. Now, you all have said your names, said your grandmother's names. I don't know your grandmother. I've never met your grandmother, but even still, I give your grandmother grace. I respect your grandmother. Just the other day, I was driving and this older lady smashed out of the Walgreens parking lot into the main street. She almost hit me. I mashed on the brakes, but I didn't scream at her. I didn't yell at her. I didn't get out the car and try to fight her. I gave her grace. I said, would you look at someone's grandmother? Look at her. She's got the blue blockers on. She has the decal. I gave her grace. When I'm in the grocery store, I see the grandmothers. I help the grandmothers. They can't always push the basket back into the aisle. They may need the door handed open. Treat everybody like you would treat or want your own grandmother to be treated. Your own grandmother. I chose this topic because I was watching TV the other day and I saw this video. And I don't watch with the volume on. A lot of times it's on mute. So all I could see was actions. And this lady reminded me of my grandmother. She had a duster on, which is like a house coat that you just walk around the house in. And as I was watching, she was sitting on the sofa and she gave this look of questioning, this look of, what is that? I feel something, I see something. Something doesn't feel right. Just like when you were too quiet in your room and your grandmother had to come and check on you because you were probably up to no good, up to doing something you shouldn't have been doing. She gave that look. And so just like we all make mistakes, I'm talking about the grandmothers that made some mistakes. I made a mistake too in this speech. I was asked for the title of the speech and I said, your own grandmother. That was before I had all the facts. That was before I did my research. You see, the woman that I was looking at on TV, she wasn't a grandmother, she was a mother. She was a mother of two. Her name is Sonia Massey. She was sitting on her sofa. When I saw, from the video I saw, she called for assistance. She needed help. Two men arrived. I won't go into titles because titles can be misleading. Two men arrived that she was offering to look for help. And in this moment that I saw originally without the sound on, she looked like she didn't understand what was going on. She felt something. But when I turned the volume on, I knew that she was on the phone with the dispatcher, not wanting them to get off the phone. She asked them to stay on the phone. She also asked this gentleman to pass her Bible. How are you asking for help? Two men arrive and you're sitting on your sofa and you ask for your Bible to be passed to you. And it made me think, she felt something. What is it that she felt? And in speaking to them, I guess one of them saw that there was something on the stove. So she went to go retrieve it. If I was a pastor, I would say, it's not always about the fire, it's about the water. If I was a pastor, I would say, I need a little bit more time. If I was a pastor, I would say, blood speaks. This woman called for help and she ended up losing her life. She was shot in the eye. She was shot in the eye by this man whose partner wanted to go get assistance, wanted to be able to treat her, but said, no, she's done. Like she was a steak. She's done. It wasn't until after this grandmother, your grandmother, my grandmother, was shot in the kitchen, did he go outside and get on the phone with the dispatcher and say, is she a 1083? I believe those are my notes. And when I researched that code, it means mentally challenged, basically. I don't know what the response was, but I watched this video for purposes for the speech so I could have a good understanding. He didn't administer help. He advised not to administer. He asked for details of this grandmother after the fact. And then he called her a B actor. We all know what the B stands for. Now, I know this isn't the moment that the speeches are supposed to be sad or questioning, but who would I be? If I say that I am here to work on my speech, if I say that I'm a speaker and I promote social wellness and I want to be inspirational and empowering, how could I not talk about this subject? You see, Sonia Massey was not a grandmother. She was a mother of two, but guess what? Grandmothers were once mothers, were once daughters. So we have to learn to treat people how we want to be treated. How can I not talk about it if my whole motto, my whole mission, my whole name that I say stands for karma, intuition, mindfulness, Kim, means treat people how you want to be treated. Use your intuition, your discernment as your guide, and be mindful, extend empathy and grace. Who would I be without speaking about this? In the end, this speech is about talking about positivity, what's positive, reflecting back over these past 2 weeks, talking about 3 things I'm grateful for, which I said were my grandparents, because I had 3 of them, 3 grandmothers. And for what behaviors to change. I'm expecting everyone, I would love for everyone to treat each other as you would treat your own grandmother. Thank you so much.